The waiting is over and you join us live in the desert for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Formula One's popularity knows no bounds. They may not have had any home teams or drivers here, but our Arabian hosts are still big fans. Whether it's horses, camels or F1 cars, Bahrain certainly loves its racing. The Formula One Roadshow has truly arrived in the Middle East and we're all set for a real sizzler. This is race day in the desert. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. Michael Schumacher will start from pole. Rubens Barrichello in second. Felipe Massa is in third. Nico Rosberg completes row 2. Row 3 and 5th place for Giancarlo Fisichella. Jenson Button completes the 3rd row. Mark Webber starts from 7. Juan Pablo Montoya starts from 8.
Rosberg gets away poorly. There's nothing to separate them as they hurtle towards turn 1. Michael Schumacher leads out of turn 1, and behind him is Barrichello. Next is Massa.
You're making good progress moving up the back. Well done, your consistent driving is moving you up the field well. Well done, you're moving up the field, well done. Driving superbly. Try and maintain your current speed.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Michael Schumacher leads. Barrichello is second. Massa is third. In fourth place, Rosberg. Fisichella fifth. Alonso sixth. That's a remarkable jump of 8 places. Seventh is Button. He's down from 6th. And Webber is in 8th place. He's still in the top 8, but he was kicking himself and not taking advantage of pole position.
You're running in 5th at the moment. Great time through sector 1, keep it going. You're currently in 4th place. That's just about the fastest you've been to the second sector in this session.
Race leader Michael Schumacher. Barrichello is in second.
This is the last lap of the race. Please bring it home. Great time through sector 3. Keep it up. Try and hold this position. You have third. Seconds up to that first sector.
Schumacher powers across the line to take the top spot on the podium. Finishing in second is Barrichello. So there we have it, the new Formula One season gets underway here at the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit in Sakhir. It's the first time since 1995 that the opening race of the season has not been held in Australia. It's been exciting, and it's only the start of what I'm sure promises to be a fascinating season. See you in 7 days' time for round 2 in Sepang. Formula One is back. We're here live in Kuala Lumpur, and this is the Malaysian Grand Prix. Sepang, on the outskirts of the capital, was designed to be a great challenge for the drivers, with wide sweeping bends, high-speed sections and tighter corners to create overtaking opportunities. The Malaysian Grand Prix is one of the most physically demanding events on the F1 calendar. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. Rubens Barrichello will start from pole. Mark Webber follows in second. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Kimi Raikkonen. They are followed by Felipe Massa in fifth. Jenson Button completes the third row. Rosberg lines up in seventh. Heidfeld will start from eighth.
Is go, go, go!
We need a lot of retirements for you to finish well. You're at 18.
The field is tightly packed as they head towards the first corner. Barrichello leads out of the first turn. Behind him is Mark Webber. Next is Montoya.
Progressing nicely on the field. You have third. Drive with caution and don't overtake in sector 2. Yellow flags are up. You have second position.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Barrichello leads. Alonso is second. That's a remarkable jump of 8 places. Webber is third. Montoya fourth, with a drop of 3 places. Felipe Massa is fifth. Raikkonen sixth. He slipped down from fourth. Seventh is Button. Heidfeld is in 8th place.
That's the fastest you've been through sector 1 in this session. Running in first position. You just put in your best time through sector 2.
Race leader Alonso has started his final lap. Barrichello is in second.
Fastest lap time! You just posted the quickest one so far. Keep it up!
Only one more lap to go, and the current race order looks like this. Alonso leads. He's up from third. Barrichello is second. Webber is third. He slid down from second. Montoya fourth. Felipe Massa is fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Seventh is Button. Heidfeld is in eighth place.
Concentration.
There it is, Alonso crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Finishing in second is Barrichello. The Sepang International Circuit has again been a wonderful venue for Formula One racing. It's typical of the Hermann Tilke circuits of the modern era. It's been on the Formula One calendar since 1999, and it's maturing very nicely as the drivers and teams get used to that sharp turn one and the extended long straights. Very technical in sections with sweeping left and right bends that have the weight shifting around the car. It's always exciting to watch an F1 car driven in anger around here. We've enjoyed it, we hope you have too. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Here we are in lovely Melbourne, and this, the Australian Grand Prix. The first time that this beautiful Albert Park venue was used to host the Australian Grand Prix was back in 1996. It really is in a great location, sandwiched as it is between the city and the ocean. It's the perfect place for a Grand Prix because of the sheer enthusiasm of the organisers and the huge crowds we see here year in and year out. I'm told that the crowds are up again this year. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. Michael Schumacher will start from pole. Second is Nico Rosberg. They're followed by Giancarlo Fisichella in third. Fourth is Kimi Raikkonen. Fifth place for Ralf Schumacher. Jenson Button completes the third row. Mark Webber starts from 7. Jarno Trulli occupies 8th on the grid.
Superb driving. You're moving up the field well.
Here come the drivers into turn 1. Michael Schumacher leads out of turn 1. Just behind him is Rosberg. Next is Fisichella.
Try and maintain this driving. You're moving superbly through the field. Well done. You're moving up the field. Well done. Maintain this driving. You're moving superbly through the field. A few little mistakes cost you your position then, but not to worry, still improve. Ease off in sector 3. There's been an incident and yellow flags are out, so don't overtake until you've seen the green flag. Running in 11. Well done. Your consistent driving is moving you up the field well.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Michael Schumacher leads. Fisichella is second. Raikkonen is third. He's up from fourth. Ralf Schumacher is fourth. Button is fifth. Webber sixth. Trulli seventh. And in eighth is Coulthard. That's a gain of 1 place.
Well done. That's both cars at the points. Maintain this driving. You're moving superbly through the field.
This is the final lap for race leader Michael Schumacher. Fisichella is in second behind him.
Well done. Your consistent driving is moving you up the field well.
Only 1 more lap to go, and the current race order looks like this. Michael Schumacher leads. Fisichella is second. Raikkonen is third. Ralf Schumacher is fourth. Button is fifth. Alonso sixth. That's a leap of 5 places. Webber 7th, and Trulli is 8th. He's down from 7th.
Sector 1 is under a yellow flag. Keep an eye out and don't overtake. Progressing nicely up the field.
Michael Schumacher powers across the line. will finish the race in second. Another brilliant weekend here in Melbourne, I think you'll agree. Join us in 2 weeks' time when we'll be heading back to Europe for a 5-race stint that will start at San Marino, where Ferrari will be expected to put on a show of strength for the ever-loyal Tifosi. Following that, it's the Nürburgring for the European Grand Prix. Then Barcelona in Spain, and then heading into June, we've got the wonderfully glamorous, star-studded Monaco Grand Prix, and finally on to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix before heading stateside. We hope you'll join us for all of them. See you soon. This is the San Marino Grand Prix coming to you live from the Autodromo Enzo Dino Ferrari. 4.9 kilometres with 17 corners in all, Imola is situated close to Bologna in northern Italy. It's a wonderfully atmospheric circuit named after the late Enzo and his son Dino Ferrari, whose Maranello headquarters are just a short drive away. The Tifosi are here as usual in their thousands, hoping for a Ferrari victory. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. It's pole for Juan Pablo Montoya. Second on the grid is Michael Schumacher. Jenson Button goes from third. Fourth is Kimi Räikkönen. Fifth place for Ralf Schumacher. Jarno Trulli will start from P6. Felipe Massa lines up 7th. Rubens Barrichello completes row 4.
Into the first turn.
You're driving superbly. Try and maintain your current speed.
Here come the leaders into turn 2. Montoya's still leading, and behind him is Michael Schumacher. Next is Button.
Superb driving. You're moving up the field well. You're good, mate. You're moving very well through the field. Try and maintain this driving. You're moving superbly through the field. Driving superbly. Try and maintain your current speed. You're good, mate. You're moving very well through the field.
completed, the field looks like this. Montoya is first. Michael Schumacher is in second. Raikkonen is third. He's up from fourth. Button is fourth. Trulli sixth. Massa is seventh. And Barrichello is in eighth.
Montoya has begun his final lap of the race. Second is Schumacher.
Well, Pablo Montoya just started his last lap. He's out in front and looks like he's going to win.
With only one lap remaining, the top 8 drivers at the moment are: Montoya is first, Michael Schumacher is in second, Raikkonen is third, Button is fourth, followed by Ralf Schumacher in fifth, Trulli sixth, Massa is seventh, and Barrichello is in eighth.
Making real progress here, you're doing well.
Takes first place. Michael Schumacher will take second place. And that concludes the first European race of the season. San Marino has played host to many great races over the years, and this has been no exception. It just remains for me to say goodbye and just remind you that we'll be back in 14 days' time at the Nürburgring in Germany for the European Grand Prix. Thank you and goodbye. Welcome to the world-famous Nürburgring for this year's European Grand Prix. Germany has the honour of hosting 2 Grand Prix, but there are strict rules that a country can only host 1 race per year. So the Nürburgring's race is the European Grand Prix. The Nürburgring doesn't have the glamour of Monaco, the location of Montreal, or the weather of Melbourne, but what it does have is the ability to put on some truly thrilling races. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. Giancarlo Fisichella will start from pole. Jenson Button is alongside him on the front row. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Kimi Räikkönen. They are followed by Felipe Massa in fifth. Next to him in sixth is Michael Schumacher. Rubens Barrichello starts seventh. Eighth is Mark Webber.
Räikkönen gets off to a lightning start, as does Massa.
Well done, you're moving up the field. Well done.
Here come the drivers ploughing into the first corner. Fisichella leads out of turn 1. He's followed by Button. Next is Montoya. Here come the front runners piling into turn 2. Fisichella's still leading. He's followed by Button.
Try and maintain this driving. You're moving superbly through the field. Running 1 and 2 at the moment. Fantastic. Indicate yellow flags in sector 2, take it easy through there and no overtaking. Number 1, you're leading, first place.
With the first lap completed, the field looks like this. Alonso leads. Fisichella is second. Button is third. Montoya fourth. That's a drop of 3 places. Felipe Massa is fifth. Räikkönen sixth. He slipped down from fourth. Michael Schumacher is seventh. And Webber is in 8th place.
Great first sector. That's the fastest time you've set so far. Seconds faster than previously for that sector.
Race leader Alonso has started his final lap.
Good 0.8 faster in that third sector.
His teammate is running in second, so if it stays like this, it'll be a Renault 1-2. There it is, Alonso crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Fisichella will finish the race in second. It's been a captivating weekend here at the Nürburgring. Plenty of action, plenty of surprises. It's been a brilliant weekend of racing here in Germany. The tens of thousands of F1 fans that travel here from all over Europe have seen a great spectacle today, and they'll be going home happy. I've enjoyed it immensely, and we hope you have too. We'll see you again in only 7 days' time in Barcelona, where the 2005 World Champion Fernando Alonso will be looking to seal a home victory in front of his loyal fans. Until next week, goodbye and take care. Hello and welcome to Barcelona, the home of the Spanish Grand Prix. During the winter, the team spend a large amount of their time at this track preparing and testing for the season ahead, and as a result, all the drivers are extremely familiar with the circuit layout. It's a fairly technical circuit, and there aren't many overtaking opportunities around the twisting central sections. For Fernando Alonso, this is his home Grand Prix, and there is huge support from the home fans that have come just to cheer on their hero. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. Starting on pole this afternoon is Nico Rosberg. Second on the grid is Michael Schumacher. Felipe Massa is in third. Jarno Trulli lines up fourth. Fifth is Kimi Raikkonen. Giancarlo Fisichella is next to him in sixth. Mark Webber starts from seventh. Jenson Button rounds off the top eight.
Drivers into turn one. Rosberg leads out of the first corner, and behind him is Michael Schumacher. Next is Massa.
Repeat, sixth place. Fourth position, you have fourth. You're currently holding third.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Rosberg leads. Michael Schumacher is in second. Alonso third. That's a remarkable jump of 8 places. Massa fourth. Trulli fifth. Fisichella sixth. In seventh is Raikkonen, and Webber is in 8th place.
Second sector, your best so far this session. You're in sixth.
Leading this Grand Prix, Rosberg is now on his final lap. Second is Schumacher.
Keep your focus, final lap. That's an improvement of 1.5 seconds through sector 3. Fifth position. Great first sector, that's the fastest time you've set so far. sector 2. You're in 3rd position. You're in 5th.
Here he comes. Rosberg crosses the finish line at the head of the pack. 10 points, thank you very much. Michael Schumacher will take 2nd place. An amazing day at an amazing location with an amazing crowd. This has to be one of the best attended races in the whole F1 calendar. The Spanish fans love Fernando Alonso and love their F1. It's been a pleasure to be here this weekend, and I have to say a big thank you for all that our passionate Spanish hosts have had to offer. I'll leave you with the thought that in 2 weeks' time we arrive at the most glamorous location of them all, Monaco. I can't wait. I hope you'll join us there. Goodbye from Barcelona. We'll see you soon. Welcome to the Monaco Grand Prix, where the fastest drivers in the world get to rub shoulders with the rich, the famous and the beautiful. The Monaco Grand Prix is the most famous and glamorous race on the Formula One calendar. The small principality first hosted a Grand Prix way back in 1929, before the official World Championship began. Formula One cars have now outgrown the tight confines of the Monaco streets, but it's still an amazing sight to see the best drivers in the world weaving their way between the barriers. A good grid position here is vital, as the tight street circuit makes overtaking very difficult indeed. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. On pole it's Jenson Button. Second on the grid is Felipe Massa. They're followed by Klein in 3rd. 4th is Kimi Raikkonen. Rubens Barrichello goes from 5th, and Ralf Schumacher completes the 3rd row. Giancarlo Fisichella is 7th. Juan Pablo Montoya starts from 8th.
So does Massa. Here come the drivers ploughing into the first corner. And as the drivers hurtle into the second corner, it's still Button in the lead. Behind him is Massa. Next is Klein.
Position. Making real progress here, you're doing well. drive will score valuable points today if you both finish where you are now. Sixth position.
With the first lap completed, the field looks like this. First is Button, Massa is second, Klein third, fourth is Raikkonen, Barrichello fifth, Alonso sixth. That's a remarkable jump of 8 places. Schumacher seventh, he's down from sixth, and Fisichella eighth. He's dropped from pole to 8th on the first lap.
You're racing well, but try and improve. You're giving away too many places. You have 6th position at the moment. Running a bit at the moment.
Race leader Button has just kicked off his final lap of the race. Behind him in second is Massa.
Looks like Jensen Button's going to win. It's his final lap.
Only one more lap to go, and the current race order looks like this. First is Button, Massa is second, Klein third, fourth is Raikkonen, Alonso is fifth, he's up from seventh, Barrichello is sixth, he's down from fifth, Schumacher seventh, and Fisichella eighth.
You have 4th. Running in 3rd.
That crosses the finish line in first. That's a great drive and fully deserving of the 10 points. Massa will hang on to finish in second. Another historic race concludes here at Monaco. It's always a very special occasion, and this year has been no exception. Drama at its highest, street racing at its most challenging. It's an incredible place, and it's always a pleasure to be here on Grand Prix weekend. 2 weeks from now, and much earlier than in recent years, we'll do it all again at the home of the British Grand Prix, Silverstone. Silverstone could almost be considered the home GP of no less than 6 teams. McLaren, Renault, Williams, Honda, Red Bull and Midland F1 are all based in the UK, and you can be assured of a very special weekend of racing. We'll see you there in June. Thanks for joining us, take care and goodbye. Welcome to historic Silverstone for what promises to be an absolutely thrilling Grand Prix. Silverstone is the home of British motor racing. It was also the location of the first ever Formula One World Championship race back in 1950. Although the layout has changed over the years, the circuit still has some spectacular turns, including the sweeping Beckett's curves and the flat-out right-hander Bridge Corner. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. It's pole position for Ralf Schumacher. Second on the grid is Michael Schumacher. Jenson Button goes from third. Juan Pablo Montoya completes row 2. Trulli takes 5th. Kimi Raikkonen is next to him in 6th. Giancarlo Fisichella is 7th. Rubens Barrichello completes row 4.
Schumacher gets off to a flyer, as does Ralf Schumacher. Here come the drivers ploughing into the first corner. Ralf Schumacher leads out of turn 1, and behind him is Michael Schumacher. Next is Button.
Superb driving, you're moving up the field well. You're making good progress moving up the pack. Position, 8th at the moment. You're running in 5th at the moment. You have 4th. You're running in 4th.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Ralf Schumacher leads. Michael Schumacher is in 2nd.
He's off in sector 3. There's been an incident and yellow flags are out, so don't overtake until you've seen the green flag. flagged out in Sector 2, so don't overtake until you see the green flag, please. Second position, you're running in second.
First place driver Ralf Schumacher has just started his final lap. Alonso is behind him in second place.
This is it! Final lap!
With only one lap to go, the current top 8 looks like this. Ralf Schumacher leads. Alonso is second. He's up from third. Michael Schumacher third. Button is fourth. Montoya fifth. Trulli sixth. In seventh is Raikkonen and Fisichella eighth.
Hold this position, you're in first place, good work.
There it is, Alonso crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Ralf Schumacher will cross the line in second. Silverstone comes up trumps again, another fantastic race. And so we conclude the final part of this first European leg. We'll be back here in mid-July to decide some of the other famous European races like Magny-Cours in France and the second German Grand Prix venue, Hockenheim. In the meantime, we travel to Montreal, Canada for another captivating F1 race on the famous Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Following that, we'll be revisiting the scene of much controversy with regard to tyres in 2005, Indianapolis. See you there in 2 weeks' time. This is the beautiful city of Montreal and the location of the Canadian Grand Prix. Yes indeed, it's race day in Montreal and we have a 112,000 sellout here at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. The track itself is a series of very similar sections with long straights, slow corners and heavy braking zones. It's a circuit that requires stability under braking, low drag down the straight and good traction on the exit of the corners, and as always, grid position is critical. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. Michael Schumacher will start from pole. Second on the grid is Felipe Massa. Jenson Button goes from third. Jarno Trulli lines up fourth. Fifth is Kimi Raikkonen. And Ralf Schumacher completes the third row. Giancarlo Fisichella is seventh. Jacques Villeneuve starts from eighth.
Schumacher gets off to a flyer. It's a shaky start for Villeneuve, and as the driver's hurtling the second corner, it's Michael Schumacher at the front. Behind him is Massa. Next is Button.
Superb driving. You're moving up the field well. You're good, mate. You're moving very well through the field.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Michael Schumacher leads. Massa is second. Button is third. Fourth is Trulli. Fisichella fifth. He's moved up from sixth. Raikkonen sixth. He's down from fifth. Alonso seventh. And in eighth place is Juan Pablo Montoya. That's a gain of 1 place.
Superb driving. You're moving up the field well. Fifth position. You're running in fourth.
This is the final lap for race leader Michael Schumacher. It's been a very dominant performance all round from Ferrari. Everyone involved with the team must be ecstatic that they're running 1 and 2. will hang on to finish in second. We're halfway through the season and it's been a fantastic Canadian Grand Prix here in Montreal. The Canadian fans' enthusiasm for the sport never fails to impress me, and we've had a wonderful time here. Next up, we'll be hopping south of the border into North America, and we'll be visiting the legendary Brickyard, home of the United States Grand Prix. In 2005, the fans were left disappointed by witnessing only a 6-car race. As you'll no doubt remember, this was due to a technical tyre issue in the super-fast turn 13. This year, everyone has worked flat out to make sure that nothing like that happens again. I'm looking forward to seeing a full race 1 week from now, and I hope you'll join us. Goodbye from Montreal, and we'll see you soon. This is the US Grand Prix, coming to you exclusively live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There is no more famous track in the United States than this. Setting the car up here can prove a real challenge due to the fact that the track is half high speed and half tight corners. Do you put more downforce on for the added grip, even though it means lower top speed, from the final corner down to turn 1? It's a real dilemma for the team's technical crew. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. Michael Schumacher will start from pole. Next on the front row is Giancarlo Fisichella. Jenson Button goes from third. Starting from fourth is David Coulthard. Mark Webber is fifth. Kimi Raikkonen is next to him in 6th. Felipe Massa lines up 7th. Juan Pablo Montoya starts from 8th.
Raikkonen gets off to a lightning start. So does Fisichella.
Well done, your consistent driving is moving up the field well.
There's nothing to separate them as they hurdle towards turn 1. Michael Schumacher leads out of turn 1. And behind him is Fisichella. Next is Button.
You're making good progress moving up the back. Progressing nicely up the field. You have 2nd position. first place.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Alonso leads. That's a remarkable jump of 8 places. Michael Schumacher is in second. Fisichella third. He's dropped 2 places. Button is fourth. He's slipped from third. Coulthard is in 5th place. Webber 6th. In 7th is Raikkonen. And in 8th place is Juan Pablo Montoya.
Careful in sector 2, the yellow flag is showing on the monitor.
Race leader Alonso has started his final lap. Second is Schumacher.
You're now on your final lap. Keep it on the road and bring it home in one piece.
There's not long to go now, and the current top 8 looks like this. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is in second. Fisichella third. Button is fourth. Coulthard is in 5th place. Webber 6th. In 7th is Raikkonen. And in 8th place is Juan Pablo Montoya.
Great time through sector 1. Keep it going. You're up half a second.
There it is, Alonso crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Michael Schumacher will take second place. All is forgiven for the problems of 2005. Indianapolis has hosted a fantastic race here today. It's been a credit to everyone involved. The fans attending the circuit today have been treated to a great race and they look very happy, a far cry from the scenes of last year. But this is exactly what F1 racing in America needed. 2 weeks from now, we'll be back in familiar F1 territory at Magny-Cours in the heart of rural France. I hope you'll join us then. Goodbye for now. Welcome to Magny-Cours, and we're here live for this year's French Grand Prix. Magny-Cours, the current home of the French Grand Prix, is situated in idyllic countryside and was originally designed to incorporate features from other famous circuits. This is why some of its corners take their names from other Grand Prix venues. The track itself has one of the best surfaces on the Formula One calendar, but its tight layout can make overtaking quite difficult. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. Rubens Barrichello will start from pole. It's a major achievement for him to be at the front of today's grid. Next on the front row is Giancarlo Fisichella. They're followed by Kimi Räikkönen in third. Starting from fourth is Mark Webber. Trulli takes fifth. Juan Pablo Montoya takes sixth. Button is seventh. David Coulthard follows in eighth.
The race is go, go, go! There's nothing to separate them as they hurtle towards turn one. Barrichello leads out of the first turn, and behind him is Fisichella. Next is Räikkönen.
You're driving superbly. Try and maintain your current speed. We've got the marshals waving yellow flags in sectors 1 and 3, okay? Great teamwork, guys. We've got both cars in scoring positions at the moment. Let's see if we can hold on to them. Try and maintain this driving. You're moving superbly through the field. Consistent driving is moving you up the field well. Incident sector 2. Yellow flags are out. No overtaking. Try and maintain that position. We hope to see both of you on the podium.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Barrichello leads. Fisichella is second. Alonso third. Fourth is Räikkönen. Button is fifth. He's up from seventh. Webber sixth. He slipped down from fourth. Montoya is seventh. He's dropped 6 places. And Trulli is eighth.
Okay, we've got yellow flags in sector 1. Repeat, yellow flags in sector 1. No overtaking. Come on, we both know you can race better than this.
Driver Barrichello has begun his last lap of the Grand Prix. Fisichella is in second behind him.
You're good, mate. You're moving very well through the field.
There's not long to go now, and the current top 8 looks like this. Barrichello leads. Fisichella is second. Räikkönen is third. He's up from fourth. Fourth is Alonso. Button is fifth. Webber sixth. Montoya is seventh. And Trulli is eighth.
Screams across the finish line in first place, and deservedly so in my opinion. Fisichella will finish the race in second. It's been another exciting Grand Prix here in France, and it's a great start to this second spell in Europe. We're here for a total of 4 races, and the schedule reads like this. Germany in 2 weeks' time, Hungary and Turkey in August, and Italy in September. There will be an extended break after that, before we pile on the air miles again as we fly out to the Far East for China and Japan. This phase of the season is set to be very interesting indeed. All of the European circuits ahead of us are infamous for unpredictable weather, but famous for their high-speed thrills and spills. See you in 2 weeks when we head over to Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix. Thanks for joining us here at Hockenheim, 4¼ miles of tortuous tarmac that is the home of the German Grand Prix. The drivers like the Hockenheim circuit because it produces some great racing. Rubens Barrichello has good memories of this track because he won his first race here back in the year 2000. Unbelievably, he qualified for the race way back in 18th place. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. On pole is Felipe Massa, Rubens Barrichello in second. Mark Webber goes from third. Nico Rosberg completes row 2. In 5th place is Jenson Button. Next to him in 6th is Michael Schumacher. 7th spot on the grid for Kimi Raikkonen. Juan Pablo Montoya starts from 8th.
The race is go, go, go! Massa gets a lightning start off the grid. Poor start for Michael Schumacher though. The field is tightly packed as they head towards the first corner. Massa leads out of the first turn, and behind him is Barrichello. Next is Webber.
Superb driving. You're moving up the field well. Sector 2, the yellow flag is showing on the monitor.
With the first lap completed, the field looks like this. Massa is first, Barrichello is second, Rosberg is in third place. He's up from fourth, Webber fourth, he slipped from third, Button is fifth, Michael Schumacher sixth. In seventh is Raikkonen, in eighth place Alonso. That's a remarkable jump of 8 places.
By 0.3 of a second in the second sector.
Massa in P1 has begun his last lap. Barrichello is in second.
Last lap, Felipe Massa. Looks like he could win it. Good final sector, your best so far this session. Excellent lap time, that is the fastest lap of the race so far.
Massa races past the checkered flag for the maximum 10 points and top spot on the podium. Finishing in second is Barrichello. It's been a captivating weekend here at Hockenheim. Plenty of action plenty of surprises. It's been typical of the type of racing we get here. I've enjoyed it enormously, and we hope you have too. Next stop on the Formula One circus is just 7 days away, with a trip to the tight and twisting Hungaroring, 19 kilometres outside of Budapest. We look forward to you joining us there for the action. See you next week. Goodbye. We're in the historic and beautiful city of Budapest, or more specifically, the Hungaroring, the home of the Hungarian Grand Prix. In 1986, the Hungarian Grand Prix made history when it was the first F1 race to be run behind the Iron Curtain. Characterised by its dusty and slippery surface, the Hungaroring has the tightest layout on the Formula One calendar, that is apart from Monaco. Overtaking here is very difficult, so a good qualification is absolutely crucial. Conditions are just about perfect here today. Clear skies and perfect temperatures on and off the track. The forecast is also good, and we expect it to stay like this for the whole race. On pole is Felipe Massa. Jenson Button is alongside him on the front row. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Kimi Raikkonen. Rubens Barrichello goes from fifth. Sixth place for David Coulthard. Ralf Schumacher is seventh. Eighth is Mark Webber.
And don't overtake in sector 2. Yellow flags are out. Okay, you're out front. Keep your concentration.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Alonso leads. Massa is second.
Okay, sectors 1 and 3 are under yellow at the moment. Keep an eye out for the green flag. Position.
Race leader Alonso has started his final lap. Button is behind him in second place.
Final tour of the circuit now. Repeat, final lap.
With only one lap remaining, the top 8 drivers at the moment are Alonso leads. Button is second. He's up from third. Massa is third. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Barrichello is sixth. Schumacher seventh. And in 8th place is Juan Pablo Montoya.
There it is, Alonso crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Button will take second. That's the 13th race of the season completed. Unlucky for some? Possibly, but it's provided an interesting spectacle once again. We take a longer break now, so teams and drivers can spend a little time with family and friends before we enter the final part of the season. Next stop is Turkey, at the latest Hermann Tilke circuit, just outside Istanbul. With its notorious turn 8 ready to bite at anyone who's not concentrating fully, I can't wait for the action to start there. Join us in 3 weeks' time, where East meets West, for another thrilling chapter in the F1 calendar. Goodbye for now. You join the commentary team at Istanbul for this year's Turkish Grand Prix. Istanbul Park is situated in the Asian hills on the outskirts of the capital. Though fairly new to the Formula One calendar with the first Grand Prix stage here in 2005, the circuit has already achieved some notoriety. Spa has its Eau Rouge. Istanbul has Turn 8, considered by some to be the toughest turn in Formula One. It's one of those corners where you really need to commit yourself, but overcommit and it's likely you'll come a cropper. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. It's pole for Juan Pablo Montoya. Next on the front row is Giancarlo Fisichella. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Kimi Räikkönen. David Coulthard lines up in fifth. Jarno Trulli will start from P6. Ralf Schumacher is seventh. Eighth is Felipe Massa.
Trulli gets off well, so does Räikkönen. Here come the drivers into turn 1.
Well done, your consistent driving is moving up the field well.
Montoya leads out of the first corner, and behind him is Fisichella. Next is Räikkönen.
You're driving superbly, try and maintain your current speed. Well done, you're moving up the field, well done. You're moving very well through the field. You're in 6th. Yellow, sectors 1 and 2. Use caution, don't overtake. Superb driving. You're moving up the field well. Driving superbly. Try and maintain your current speed. Yellow flag's in sector 3, so don't overtake until you pass the danger area and you see the green flag.
With the first lap completed, the field looks like this. Montoya is first, Fisichella is second, Räikkönen is third. He's up from fourth. Fourth is Alonso. That's a remarkable jump of 8 places. Michael Schumacher fifth. Trulli sixth. Seventh is Button. And Barrichello is in 8th.
Try and maintain that position. We hope to see both of you on the podium. Great first sector. That's the fastest time you've set so far. running in second.
Runner Montoya has begun his final lap of the race. Alonso is behind him in second place.
Nearly there now, mate. Last lap, so bring it home in one piece.
With only 1 lap remaining, the top 8 drivers at the moment are... Montoya is first, Alonso is second. He's up from 4th. Fisichella 3rd. He slid down from 2nd. 4th is Raikkonen. Michael Schumacher 5th. Trulli 6th. 7th is Button. And Barrichello is in 8th.
Yellow flag, sector 1, so don't overtake, please.
Alonso crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Montoya will finish in P2. So there we have it, an amazing Turkish Grand Prix, and what a circuit. This is proving to be as unpredictable as ever. I can tell you, I was standing down at turn 8 during Friday practice, watching the cars make those 4 consecutive high-speed turns, and I promise you it was a sight to behold. I can recommend it to anyone who visits here. Just brilliant. In 2 weeks' time, we travel to northern Italy, to Monza, where you can bet your house there will be a huge presence of fans for Ferrari. We've had a wonderful time here in Istanbul, and we hope you have too. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon for the Italian Grand Prix. We're here at Monza for the Italian round of the Formula One World Championship. Monza is one of the classic circuits, and it's also the quickest on the Formula One calendar. That means we'll see the cars reaching top speeds of around 230 miles per hour over the course of this Italian Grand Prix. Thousands of Italian race fans are here in force today to witness what promises to be another high-octane dose of F1 action. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. Right at the front on pole, it's Mark Webber. Second is Kimi Räikkönen. Jenson Button goes from third. Michael Schumacher is next. Nico Rosberg fifth. Felipe Massa takes sixth. Ralf Schumacher is seventh. Juan Pablo Montoya starts from eighth.
P20, that's 20th position. Making real progress here, you're doing well.
There's nothing to separate them as they hurtle towards turn 1. Mark Webber leads out of the first turn. He's followed by Button. Next is Räikkönen.
You're making good progress moving up the back. Try and maintain this driving. You're moving superbly through the field. P6, sixth position. Sixth position at the moment.
Looks like this. Webber leads. Button is second. Michael Schumacher third. He's up from fourth. Fourth is Räikkönen. Alonso is fifth. That's a remarkable jump of 8 places. Sixth is Rosberg. He's down from fifth. Massa is seventh. Down 6 places from his qualifying position. And Schumacher is eighth.
Yellow flag, sector 1, so don't overtake, please. Yellow flags are out in force, yellows in sectors 1 and 2, so don't do anything silly like overtaking.
Webber is now on his final tour of the circuit. Button is behind him in second place.
We're almost home, last lap.
Only one more lap to go, and the current race order looks like this. Webber leads. Button is second. Alonso third. He's moved up from sixth. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. He slipped from third. Kimi Räikkönen fifth. Sixth is Rosberg. Massa is seventh. And Christian Klien is in eighth.
You're in second place.
Alonso crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Second spot will go to Webber. Monza never fails to impress, and this season has been no exception. We've seen these V8 cars at full stretch here today, heading down the main straight and into the first chicane, and I can tell you, anyone who said that the V8s would be somehow slow compared with the V10s will quickly withdraw that comment. These are mightily impressive cars, and I think this season is just getting better and better. We must now sadly take an extended break due to the cancellation of the Belgian Grand Prix earlier this year. Join us again in October when we travel east to Shanghai, followed by Japan for the closing part of the season. See you then. Turn up the sound on your TV. We are only moments away from the start of the Chinese Grand Prix, coming live to you from the Shanghai race circuit. The first Chinese Grand Prix took place in 2004. Although a relative newcomer to the F1 calendar, the Shanghai circuit, designed by the famed Hermann Tilke, is state-of-the-art. It's also the most expensive Formula One facility ever made, costing a staggering $240 million US. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. Michael Schumacher will start from pole, while Juan Pablo Montoya starts alongside him in second. They're followed by Giancarlo Fisichella in third. Jenson Button lines up fourth. Fifth place for Ralf Schumacher. Felipe Massa takes 6th. Rosberg lines up in 7th. 8th is Kimi Raikkonen.
Superb driving. You're moving up the field well.
Massa gets a lightning start off the grid. It's not such a good start for Raikkonen. The field is tightly packed as they head towards the first corner. Michael Schumacher leads out of turn 1. He's followed by Montoya. Next is Fisichella.
Nicely up the field. Well done. Your consistent driving is moving up the field well. You're in 3rd position. You're in 2nd place. Position.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Alonso leads. Michael Schumacher is in 2nd. 3rd is Juan Pablo Montoya. Down 2 places from his qualifying position. 4th is Fisichella. He slipped from 3rd. Kimi Raikkonen 5th. He's moved up from 8th. Jenson Button 6th. Trulli 7th. That's a jump of 4 places. And Massa is 8th.
Good stuff. You just put in your best time through Sector 1.
Alonso has started his final lap. 2nd is Schumacher.
Final tour of the circuit now. Repeat, final lap.
With only 1 lap to go, the current top 8 looks like this. Alonso leads. He's up from 2nd. Michael Schumacher is in second. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Fisichella. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Jenson Button in sixth. Trulli seventh. And Massa is eighth.
0.2 of a second up on that first sector. Half a second.
Alonso crosses the line in first place and earns a well-deserved 10 points. Michael Schumacher will take second place. What a race, wonderful stuff. Shanghai has provided yet another fabulous Grand Prix for us to absorb. This track seems to get better year after year, and thankfully there are no dislodged drain covers to contend with. Overall, I think the Chinese race organisers can be very proud of the show they put on here, so well done to them. Next it's over to Japan in 7 days' time for the penultimate round of the 2006 season. As always, it should be a huge technical effort to get these cars tuned just right for those sweeping S's and the wonderful spoon curve, as well as keeping it on the track for the 290 kilometers per hour, 130R. I can't wait. See you next week. Thank you and goodbye. Here we are at Suzuka Race Circuit for this year's Japanese Grand Prix. The Suzuka circuit was originally built by Honda back in 1962 and was added to the Formula One calendar in 1987. Suzuka also has the distinction of being the only figure-of-8 circuit in F1. With 18 turns, 3.69 miles per lap and the SS complex of corners near the start, the drivers love it here at Suzuka. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. On pole it's Jenson Button. Mark Webber follows in second. Third is Michael Schumacher. Fourth is Kimi Raikkonen. Rubens Barrichello goes from fifth. Next to him in sixth is Nico Rosberg. Giancarlo Fisichella is seventh. David Coulthard follows in eighth.
The race is go, go, go! There's nothing to separate them as they hurdle towards turn one. Button leads out of turn one. Behind him is Mark Webber. Next is Michael Schumacher.
Well done, you're moving up the field. Well done. Try and gain your composure. You'll soon regain your place. You're driving superbly. Try and maintain your current speed. Superbly. Try and maintain your current speed. Well done. You're moving up the field. Well done.
The field looks like this. First is Button. Webber is second. Raikkonen is third. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. He's slipped from third. Rosberg is fifth. He's moved up to sixth. Barrichello is sixth. Fisichella seventh. And Christian Klien is in eighth. That's a gain of 2 places.
You're good, mate. You're moving very well through the field. Progress moving up the back. Don't lose that place. Both cars are now in point scoring position. Montes indicate yellow flags in sector 2. Take it easy through there and no overtaking. Our cars and the points at this stage. That won't do our constructors total any harm. Incident, sector 3. It's under yellow flag conditions at the moment. No overtaking.
Race leader Button has just kicked off his final lap of the race. Webber follows him in second.
Looks like Jenson Button's going to win. It's his final lap.
There's not long to go now, and the current top 8 looks like this. First is Button. Webber is second. Raikkonen is third. Fourth, Michael Schumacher. Rosberg is fifth. Fisichella sixth. He's up from 7th. Alonso, 7th. That's a leap of 6 places. And in 8th is Kuala.
You're good, mate. You're moving very well through the field. Be careful through sector 1. Yellow flags are out, so no overtaking.
Crosses the finish line in first. That's a great drive and fully deserving of the 10 points. Second spot will go to Webber. This really is a magnificent circuit and it always brings us a fascinating race. It's an incredible challenge for any Grand Prix team to get the car balanced around here, and that makes for fantastic action and plenty of surprises. The Japanese appetite for Formula 1 is as strong as ever, with 3 Japanese-owned teams in the running, and so we embark on our final trip over the Pacific Ocean to São Paulo, Brazil, for the final round of the 2006 Formula 1 season. We say sayonara and join us in 2 weeks' time when we bring this season to a close. Thanks for joining us and goodbye. We're here in Interlagos, 2.7 miles of tortuous and somewhat scary tarmac on the outskirts of São Paulo. This is the Brazilian Grand Prix. They are serious about their motorsport here in São Paulo. They adore their heroes like Fittipaldi, Senna, Massa and Barrichello. It's another classic circuit, Interlagos, anti-clockwise, very quick, and there are several genuine overtaking opportunities. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. It's pole position for Ralf Schumacher. Second on the grid is Michael Schumacher. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Jenson Button lines up 4. Row 3 and 5th place for Giancarlo Fisichella. Kimi Raikkonen is next to him in 6th. Mark Webber starts from 7th. Jarno Trulli occupies 8th on the grid.
drivers into turn 1. Here they come into the first turn.
Well done, you're moving up the field. Well done.
Ralf Schumacher leads out of turn 1, and behind him is Michael Schumacher. Next is Montoya.
Sixth position. Okay, you better watch yourself through sector 2. The yellow flags are being waved, so no overtaking. You're currently holding third. Drive with caution and don't overtake in sector 2. Yellow flags are up.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. Ralf Schumacher leads. Michael Schumacher is in second. Alonso third. Button is fourth. Montoya fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Webber seventh. And Trulli is eighth.
Second position.
Alonso is behind him in second place.
Only one lap to go. Race finish in 1 lap.
There's not long to go now, and the current top 8 looks like this. Ralf Schumacher leads. Alonso is second. He's up from third. Michael Schumacher third. He slid down from second. Button is fourth. Montoya fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Webber seventh. And Trulli is eighth.
Flags in both sectors 1 and 2. Take it easy there and don't overtake during the flag section.
Ralf Schumacher is the winner, an absolutely sensational performance. Alonso should hang on to finish second. It's been a fascinating season with all manner of twists and turns to the story. It's been a wonderful journey for me and a real privilege to cover this season for you. With all the new rules and regulations, it's been challenging at times, but I think you'll agree, what we're seeing here is a firm indication that the good times are back for Formula One. So all that's left for me to say is thank you for sticking with us, and goodbye from all of us here at São Paulo, Brazil. We'll be back next year in the spring for another season of Formula One racing. Goodbye, and as always, take care.